After leaving the cliff wall without any sort of major scratches, which I'm really surprised about, we now find ourselves in the factory and have already progressed a long way in the last episode. But we still have a lot ahead of us, starting with 7-4, Gear Getaway. Let's see what awaits us in here. Okay, I think we're now starting to get to the more interesting half of the factory, I would say. I remember a lot of good things about this half of the world. Starting with this level, I suppose. And an immediate bonus as well, so we just get 2 puzzle pieces for free at the start, which is interesting. Oh, and it's this one. Perfect. But it shouldn't be too bad. Unless I mess up severely. That works. That was kind of awkward, I have to say. A really weird start. But it shouldn't be too bad. 2 out of 7, okay. Oh, I see what we're in for. Oh, a rocket barrel even. That's where the getaway part comes from, I suppose. And we get a puzzle piece immediately, sure. There's the gears that the name implied. Let's hope we survive without any major issues. And obviously get everything else there is to claim here. Starting with the K. And another puzzle piece. I'm actually gonna pick up these bananas here because they seem suspicious. Or not. And nothing else so far, it seems like, though these bananas seem intricate. Oh, it's just for a free puzzle piece anyway. So nothing to worry about here, but this seems suspicious. And I'm gonna die immediately. On purpose. Because this just feels like a puzzle piece to me. And I was not right. It was for a life. Or maybe this then. Yes. Oh, that one was tight, actually. Really tight. Okay, but at least with these sort of shifting things, I generally don't have a name for them, like a good one. That was actually really tight, I have to say, but at least you were able to figure out where they would move, and I'm surprised I didn't die there, actually. That was really close. And we should be close to the end already, right? Yes. That was actually really comfortable, except for that one purposeful death. But we're missing a puzzle piece, which is not good. Yikes. Off to a great start, I suppose. Never mind. Yikes. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go for another puzzle piece here then. Sure. I knew it. I knew it. The only place where you could really find it was in one of those labs, and I was right about it. Okay, well, let me just finish this level real quick then. Climbing. What am I doing, bro? I think that puzzle piece just messed me up way too much. I'm gonna be completely honest here. Well, off to a great start then. Again. Okay, but like one thing that has kind of thrown me off about this entire world so far, just the aesthetic of it, is really just the fact that a lot of the windows in the background seem to be really angular, not even at like perfect 90-degree angles for the most part, which is honestly kind of weird for a factory especially. But I guess they just did that. Let's just leave this level behind after a few kind of unnecessary deaths, and it was really just because I was inspecting the background way more than I should have. Well, at least we did it. And the summer heat is still getting to me, and I hate it so much. But I think once this video comes out, it should already be July, which doesn't make it honestly any better, and I can't really say much else about it. But let's continue with 7-5, Cog Jog. Let's see what this level has for us. It's also kind of weird how it was on like a square level node instead of a circular one. So there must be something else to this level that I'm forgetting right now. Of course, it just has to taunt me from the previous level, because why not? It just has to do that. How many are there? 9 even, okay. Well, I'm gonna be very intricate about this then. What is up with these things in the background here? What are they supposed to be? I was gonna suggest something like just random tubes or something, no, but... Okay... That was honestly kind of generous. I'm gonna be completely honest, that was way too generous. But honestly, this feels suspicious already. But there isn't anything up here, okay. But this seems suspicious. And there's a bonus there as well. Okay. I love these steel beams, I think that's what they're called, that you have here. I would have lost it if that screwdriver hit me. Which I still don't know the name of, by the way. And I think I'm actually going to keep this barrel because this feels suspicious. Why is there a band-aid on this tire? Is there nothing here? No, there has to be something. Nope, especially not with this kind of tilt. Let me just go back here real quick because there was something in this probably. Nope, just a coin. Okay. Okay, but like every single tire that is attached to a like cog, I think. Yeah, at least judging by the name, seems to have a band-aid on it, which is weird. There's a puzzle piece. But yeah, again, also like I've mentioned this in, I think, one of the first episodes, but just everything in the environment being connected to each other, and, like, you don't have any sort of floating platforms. It's just becoming more apparent with this level as well. Okay, that seems really suspicious. There you go. Like, all the platforms you have here that are just, like, tilting and whatnot are actually attached to gears if you look closely in the background. You don't even really have to look closely. It's, like, really obvious in a lot of places. And I like that. Making use of the limitations the environment gives you to make up for that by just having a lot of intricate platforming mechanics and whatnot. It's a nice thing, honestly. You know, this seems suspicious. I swear there better not be a barrel up, or like a sack up there. Please just let it be for... Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank God there's one of these platforms here. I would have lost it otherwise. There's the sack I was looking for. Oh, and there is a Diddy barrel here. Honestly, let me take that with me. Just so I have a little backup. In case I fail with that one. Ouch. Let me just destroy you real quick. But yeah, that sack seems really suspicious. And I was right. Oh, that's how these things work. Oh, they're like attached to two separate things. That makes sense. I thought that central one is also attached to something, but no, that is just sort of flying loosely, I suppose. This seems suspicious. Which might be for another bonus. Yeah, I can see the barrel. This is for a bonus. There you go. And it's actually not a bonus. It's a giant switch. Which I guess also explains the find sign at the start of this level. So that's probably the mechanic of these 3 levels again. Okay. I guess that's probably one way we can figure out where the switches are, just by looking at the background with these sort of valves here and whatnot. This sort of weird machine that you have going on there. Which means it shouldn't be too bad in the next 2 levels as well. Now let's worry about this. Maybe I should get the bananas, even though I don't think there's anything else to this. I knew it. Oh, but I can just get to it pretty easily. Like that. We're still missing 2. But we're also missing the N and the G, so we're pretty much ahead of time, honestly. Oh. Now it's getting even more intricate with vines, all of a sudden. Well, chains, which are somehow colored green for some reason. And there's puzzle piece number 8. Oh, and this is gonna be fun. But it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, especially not like that. Why do these, like, sort of handle platforms make that sound? Actually, is it supposed to be a lever? Kind of seems like it, honestly. Like a giant lever. Yeah, very much so. I'm getting kind of concerned though, because we're still missing 1 puzzle piece and we should be close to the end now. Unless it's like somewhere in the upcoming section, which I honestly doubt. Yeah, no. Right. So I'm gonna have to look through this level as well. Perfect. Well, we really are off to a great start with this one. 13 minutes in. Actually, no, it's more like 10 minutes, I would say, considering I still had to cut something out from the previous level. That was actually kind of close. Oh no, don't tell me this lamp here. Oh man, you've got to be kidding me. Why is it always the random lamps? That's the 2nd time in this level, which makes it even worse. Like, why are there 5 or 4 puzzle pieces this close to each other as well? Well, there's just so much about this level that I'm starting to dislike. Well, let me just get to the aerobic. Actually, it shouldn't even take that long, so I can probably just take you with me and just talk about the aesthetic you have going on with this level. Even though I've already mentioned it to the most extent. Yeah, especially with all the platforming connections you have here. So I guess there isn't much to talk about. It's just, I guess one thing I could talk about is how the grass, it's not actually even vines that you were climbing on prior. But the grass is really just chains now all of a sudden. But I guess it fits the aesthetic more. I don't think you would really have anything overgrowing this place. At least not in this area. Because we did have some overgrowing parts in 7.2, I think. And like, considering that level was really on the outside anyway, it kind of makes sense. Now let's worry about this last part here, and we should be done pretty much now. It's also kind of interesting how there's just a lot of pipes, and I guess also that the entire thing is just covered in bricks. Which I guess makes sense for a factory, so I shouldn't really complain too much about that. But that's that pineapple complete, and 7-5 in general. Which means only 2 levels left, I think. Though it's kind of interesting to see what those... Oh. Switches were used for again. I guess I know. Seems like a rocket launch pad almost. But for now, let's continue with 7-6, Switcheroo. Which I think I remember some parts of. I think World 7 is one of the worlds I still remember a lot of. And then when it comes to World 8, I still remember some things. But nowhere near to the extent as the other previous worlds. So this is going to be interesting. And like, one thing I never really appreciated about this music track, at least in this level specifically, is the fact that it changes like some of the instruments depending on what switch is currently active, which is something I never really like noticed when I was younger. Can't really like make a good comparison now unless I really just decide to shut up. But I still want to like have something to talk about. I guess I can just have like a little section where I just let the music play in the background and then just like show off a comparison or something. What's up with all these bubbling canisters in the background here? Like vials or whatever. I guess just giant jars in a way. Oh, I really just can't kill that thing. I was about to like enjoy the music for a second, but I can't. Because that thing just decided to nuke me twice. Oh! Great, that was for completely, absolutely nothing. I guess I can use this part here because I don't think there's anything else really going on. You can definitely hear some of the instruments fading away. It's also a lot more chiptune when the red switch is active, I think. Yeah, it's the red one. Oh no, this is gonna be fun. But I can make it work. Ooh, that was a mistake. But I can make it work regardless. Oh, this is fun. Oh, and I see the switch. Let's just kill you. And return down here. Honestly, what would happen if you were to miss the barrel and then just, like, fly past? Would you die? Or would you actually be launched into the bonus section? Honestly, a good question now that I think about it. I kind of don't want to try it, though. Let me just work on this here. Whoops. Let's try it better this time. Oh. Oh, wait. Let me actually do this the intended way, because you're supposed to roll underneath this and then roll over. Like that. That's how I'm supposed to do it. Oh, and I actually have to reactivate the switch again. Let me just do that. And then continue. Oh, wait. I forgot which was the default state, but I think the red ones are out first. So that explains why there is, like, a switch directly above the checkpoint. So, like, once you respawn, you activate the switch immediately. That was close. Oh. Let me try that again. Honestly, even without Diddy, this seems somewhat doable. This one doesn't. There we go. 17.6. Definitely not my best performance, but it will do, honestly. Oh, we activate the switch again. Just what I was talking about. Oh, but I like the little gaps you have here just for the tires to go in. Once again, a nice little attention to detail in the back that you have. Oh. Well, let me just kill you real quick. And then worry about... Oh, this seems suspicious again. But I don't think there's anything up there. Unless I can get there from here. Which I might be able to. Yes. Oh, that's just for life. The puzzle piece is actually up here. Okay. That works. There's the G. And I think we're still missing 2 puzzle pieces, aren't we? Oh no, just one. Well, that shouldn't be too bad. Can I actually get the bananas? Thank you. I think even this part isn't too bad, because you still have a lot of time between cycles here. Oh. Let's not do that. Let's instead just jump over you. Activate this switch, and I think I see the last puzzle piece. Indeed. Which means at least this level is something we can leave behind without any worries. And there's the goal. As easy as that. We should still have time for one more level, and definitely not the K level, that's all I can say. It really just depends on how quickly I can get to the next level. We'll see. At least this switch is activated as well. Leaving only 7-7. Music madness. Which I think is like one of the special levels when it comes to its background music, where once you get hit or something, it just stops for a second. Just so you can keep the cycle with it. Oh, never mind. Everything else just plays, or like continues playing. Never mind that. I want to get up there. There we go. And there isn't even anything up here. There's the K at least. What about this random switch here? Oh, that just shoots out a barrel from this chute apparently. Or not even a chute, it's a chimney. That was actually perfectly timed. Both the timing onto the... I can kind of consider it a symbol in a way. But also on the enemy itself, because that was also like on beat. But that's that puzzle piece. 2 out of 5 already. So this level might not be too long after all. Unless there's gonna be like a very big gap between puzzle pieces now, but I guess we'll see about that. I genuinely thought that was going to be the switch, but nope, it's just one of those things where it doesn't even... where it's like supposed to mimic the switch without actually being the switch area. What about this? Oh, okay. This is going to require a bit of focus. Especially that puzzle piece. Never mind. I'm surprised I actually didn't get hit there. What even are those things like supposed to be? Because I thought it was just gonna be zippers, but it's not. Though the gaps kind of seem to indicate that without it actually being the case. Let's just do that, and that was a mistake. So now I can't get the 20 anymore. But it was just for that anyway, and not the puzzle piece, which I'm really glad about. Close. Oh, but that's just a free puzzle piece, which I'll accept, I guess. I think I just spotted the switch, but nope, that's just... okay. Seems to be for a bonus. Oh. No bonus, but the last puzzle piece in general. Oh, I can actually get up there without any issues. Ooh, that was close. Can I actually hit this lamp? Thank you. But considering there's still a lot ahead of us, I would say, it's kind of weird how we already have all puzzle pieces and we're still missing the G. I'll just get those bananas here first. so do it for that. And I think I spot the switch. In a very weird spot. Oh, give me that heart. I need it. Yeah, let's just activate the switch and leave this level behind, hopefully. As easy as that. Oh, and now they operate on a quicker cycle. I don't really have to worry about anything else because we have everything. Okay. Oh, now we have really big hammers. What's even the premise of those? Like, why are they here? I should probably wait another cycle. There we go. And I missed it again. Perfect. We almost have 1,000 banana coins, which is kind of interesting. And we don't really have much left to buy from Cranky's shop anyway. It's really just one more key that we need to buy in World 8, I would say. If at all. But I think we can still squeeze in one more level. And there is the rocket. It is for a rocket launch pad. Okay. And it also unlocks... Wait, what? Liftoff launch. 7R. Okay, but I thought that would also have Kong letters, but apparently not. Well, let's just finish that before we get to 7K in the boss in the next episode. But let's see what Liftoff launch has for us. I guess we're going to use the rocket ourselves then. Presumably. That's an interesting core in the background. With asteroids as well. Interesting aesthetic. They really are going into the rocket. Let me get that. That was close. There's even some asteroids on the right there. Interesting. Time to shoot ourselves to the moon, I suppose. With a rocket barrel. Yikes. Oh right, I can actually like boost myself if I press A. Yeah, I really hope this doesn't have any puzzle pieces. Which it doesn't. Why do I keep going to the options? Let's worry about this here now. Actually trying to maneuver perfectly. And I see aurora lights in the background, which is interesting. Especially for a factory environment. It's definitely an interesting choice. Design-wise. And there's the moon. Let me just get all those bananas. At least to some extent. And we're already done apparently, okay. That was quick. Well, I guess that's one way to leave this episode off. Which means we still have to do the boss and the K level in the next episode. And I might as well get there already. We breezed through World 7, I have to say. There's only 2 levels left. The K level and the boss level. But I guess we're going to take care of those in the next episode. And then start work on World 8 already. Until next time. See ya.